The hard stream is up. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Tier 3, round 4 here at Canada. Comms tonight, it's myself, Clay Mull, joined by Dan.
Hi.
Canada, one of them always throws up a spicy race, to say the least. A very technical track. One a lot of lads, I know myself included, it's a track I struggle with. How do you find it yourself?
It's difficult. I'd no practice on it last time we were here, so it's not a very grip friendly track. To be fair, it's a bit of a struggle if anything. It's not a bad track once you get into the swing of it, but it's track limit central, plenty of places where you can bin it. Don't think we saw a massive amount of safety cars Friday night, but it is one of them places where you do tend to get safety cars. There's a lot of places, Wall of Champions in particular, where you're cutting it pretty close to the wall.
Ninja got caught up behind Kelev then. That's definitely impeded him, and it has caused him to invalidate his lap.
Sorry, but I just need to test my audio because there's a bit of a slight echo on my end. Just give me 1 sec.
No problem, Chief.
Yeah, all good. Got a couple of new drivers here tonight. Rusty making his Tier 3 debut. Racing Tier 2 Friday night, did very well too, to be fair, for his first race. Bobo as well, new driver who joined today. I've raced with him previously. We got SDRS, we'll just call him DRS. New guy as well, joined the other day. Moritz, we tried him earlier, the two of us. So yeah, good stuff again. Full grids, Osso's on the way as well. So looking forward to this one. If we got any weather predictions for the chat, if anyone would care to drop it in, if it's not there already.
No, nothing's there yet. But yeah, it's looking clear for this quali session as Rusty sets a 12-1 on the mediums. We'll just have a quick tyre scan. Rusty, Marshall, Bobo, Curly, Chip, Hound, obviously, Harvey, Kelev on mediums. Yeah, I still won't do it. I still wouldn't do it. I don't like it, especially a track like this where I'd expect a number of safety cars. I'd rather keep a set of mediums for the race.
You can still bring them forward, but you'll have a bit of wear on them.
Yeah, I want them fresh. I want them fresh.
Yeah,
I want them crisp, clean.
It depends. It depends on the track for me. I suppose last season I wouldn't have really ran the mediums at all. A couple of new guys into Tier 1 this season, so I can sometimes, depending on the track, if I have the pace, do it, while still bringing the mediums forward, give you the extra set of softs. But yeah, I wouldn't be using it unless I guarantee I can set a lap quick enough in my first run. Otherwise, it's just a waste of time, in my opinion. Especially a track around here where you make a mistake and you're in the wall, pretty handy.
Yeah, it looks like Moritz has gone for a burner lap.
Yeah, I saw a gang doing that Friday night as well. It's heavy enough on fuel, but I think it gives you 3.5 laps when you go out with minimum fuel 5 kgs, which is obviously not too much.
SDRS is going up to the line. And a 12 flat, puts himself P2 at the moment.
It's an interesting grid, Clay. A lot of new guys around, you know, which is always brilliant to see. Not so much in terms of full-time attendance, but always great to see new drivers. We're very welcoming of new drivers. Clean, committed drivers are always welcome of any abilities. We cater for anyone. Unless you're faster than Pink, then you can fuck off somewhere else. It's as simple as that, really, isn't it?
Ninja manages a 12 flat as well on his second run. Yeah, it's great to see new drivers. Obviously, you know, doors always open here. We've got, well, yeah. How many people in the server now? 100 and what we up to? 115.
Something like that, yeah.
Around 115 people in the server. We've got committed drivers who've been here since season 1. We've got guys who've, you know, recently found us, but you know, we have a consistent thing going, and you know, we get full grids every week pretty much. You know, you look this week. This is probably one of the worst attendances across all 3 tiers for 1 week than I think I've ever seen. But we've still managed to put full grids on.
Yeah, look, nobody wants to be racing with 12 drivers. Full grids is key. It's always been a priority here. Not over quality, obviously, but you know, you'll see inverted commas here. Some of the slower guys from tier 2 are racing here, and you know what? We're blue in the face from saying this, and it's just a testament to everyone here. Like some of the tier 2, we've 2 or 3 tier 2 guys coming down here that, you know, there's some of the tier 3 guys are quicker. We got tier 3 guys reserving up in tier 2 and tier 1, holding their own. Airways, for example, making it Q3 in tier 1 Friday night. So collectively, it's such a tight, close-knit group of lads, to be fair.
Well, that's it. There was a point a couple of weeks ago, obviously, I think I, you know, spat my dummy out a little bit, that I didn't have the pace in tier 2 anymore, since moving to the wheel. And my qualifying time that week put me P17 in tier 2. In tier 3, it would have had me P19. So yeah, it just shows you how close the tiers are. You know, there's not a lot between them at all. Bobo's first lap on the mediums are 12 flat, so P4 there. That's a very good lap there from him.
Yeah, that's competitive, definitely. But yeah, like that's the thing. You know what? I wouldn't, you know, track dependent. One of my least favorite tracks would say, or even you know, medium track, or even my favorite track. I wouldn't be overly confident in sticking it on pole here. I'll be straight up about it. There's, you know, coming down from tier 1, I've been consistently top 5 in tier 1 the last 5 or 6 seasons, and there's a good few names there. I'd say, yeah, they give me a good run to pole, and they give me a good run in the race. That's where it's at. As this ball bag comes in with it, 11.6.
11.6. 3 thousandths ahead of Airways.
I tell you what, Chip is competitive enough as well with a 12.3. Curly maybe has a bit to do. Hound and Harvey Marshall, that won't do on the mediums. I think Bobo is probably okay on the mediums. I think Chip would be cutting it pretty fine, if I'm honest. Yeah.
You said Chip, and I couldn't see his name, and I'm looking at it going, is Chip even racing? I'm looking for the Red Bull. He's not in the Red Bull this season.
No, Chip the Whip, down in P9.
Lutman 12.4 on the softs, so Lutman definitely will be looking to improve on that.
That's alright, give me 30 seconds there, I'll sort that. Or even 10 seconds.
Multi 21.
Oh, hold on, I haven't done that in a while. Multi 21. I didn't do that last week. Shocker.
So Mikelev now, he's on the mediums as well. He's done a burner lap. He's pushing this lap.
But you see, I don't agree with this now, Claire, right? You have your out lap, you have your burner lap, you have your hot lap, and your in your lap. That's 4 laps on a set of tyres that you're bringing into a race. I think the burner lap is a stretch too far for me.
Yep.
We'll see what happens. You know.
That's it. If it's them sets of softs that you're not going to see again, you're not going to use again, then fine. But that set of mediums, I won't want to be doing that.
Yeah,
Kalev manages a 12-4, puts himself P11.
Yeah, and looking at the guys around him, that's too tight for me in P11. He's going to have to go again on the softs.
Yeah, absolutely. It's, Teabag. He got to retire there. He's very confident with his 11-6. As Bobo manages an 11-6 on the mediums as well. But he's done.
Be popular after this.
3 laps on him. Then he's got his in lap as well. He's talking like 4 or 5 laps he's got on them tyres. I don't know. Again, they're mediums. He's basically sort of ruined for the race. See what Full Send Dave manages. An 11-7.
Yeah, they're not going to be much good in the race now at this stage with them amount of laps on, which kind of nullifies the whole reason of taking him in the first place. But maybe he knows something we don't. Do you know what? It's funny as well. You see new guys coming in, as you know. I did say we have a couple of new guys as well. It's so hard to judge it because we know for a fact you got guys that are solid quality, solid race, and then you got some that are. Like my quality pace on this, like it's a complete 180 for me in this game as opposed to the last game. My quality pace isn't as good, but my race pace is there. So it's hard to know. Like they set good quality times, so what's their race pace like? And then you just got the guys like Luckman who have no quality pace and no race pace.
I'm gonna say all I can ask is what is pace.
Yeah, what is that? Google it.
No, I've always found obviously. Before the move to wheel, I've always found my quality pace was decent. Was never my strongest suit, but my race pace was always better than my quality pace. Since I moved to wheel, it's pretty much it's all shit. That's a polite way of saying it.
Yeah, but you know what? The thing is, right? Like. I know this is going to sound absolutely stupid, but race pace involves things other than pace as well.
Yeah.
That comes into, boxing clever, being cute, not getting track limits, staying out of incidents. That's all part of racecraft and your race pace as an overall, as a whole. So, yeah, Full Send Dave reckons he's enough done on 11-7, both in the pits. Hound is definitely going to have to go again. He's waiting in the pits for track evolution.
Yeah, he's just come in. He's just come in. He was ahead of Chip. Chip's just started his hot lap as Hound's come in.
Yeah, you're cutting a fine, especially at the track. Sector 1, there's a good few places where you can invalidate. Turns 1, 2, I think it's a 3, 4, that right left hander. Wowza! Yeah.
Chip, purple sector 2.
Kalev and Rusty having a fairly what looked like a big collision in sector 2, if I'm honest. Before that DRS zone, not exactly sure what happened there. Potentially one of them trying to get out of the way. Not exactly sure, but it looked dodged. We got away with it.
Chips into pits. Purple sector 2, and then he's into pits. Do you think he's done enough?
I mean, at that stage, you might as well keep going. You've taken the life out of the tyres already, but maybe he thinks.
See what Marshall manages now. P5 and 11.8. Brilliant lap there from Marshall. It's saying to me Rusty was on a lap. He's not now.
Yeah, I think the McLaren, I believe, of Kalev was ahead of him. I think Kalev could have possibly been on his own lap.
Yeah, he was.
Rusty was on a lap, so.
Yeah, that is exactly the same place where Kalev caught Ninja as well on Ninja's first lap. The exact same place, that left right before that DRS in sector 2.
It's exactly why he pointed out qualifying sector 1 here, like the right, like it's a pretty fast, especially that right hander after you take turn 4. I think it comes at you pretty quick. If there's a car there that's not moving as it should be, it's going to be hard to avoid it, and it kind of looks like that's what happened there, if I'm honest.
Got Haas off the track there as well. Who's that? Is that pint size?
I will say as well, Clay, the difference in grip between a quali lap and a race fuel lap is mental.
Absolutely.
Far less grip on full fuel.
Yeah.
Naturally enough, but here more so than anywhere else.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's a track I class as a technical track. A lot of left rights, a lot of low grip, different in speed corners, and being a street track as well. To me, this is a technical track.
I fully agree with you. Yeah, it is.
Kalev P7 and 11.9.
It needs a bit of restraint as well. Turn 2, you just want to get on the power so early, but you can't.
Yeah, absolutely. It's one of them, similar to Australia. Certain corners just suck you in. As Harvey's pushing now, 10th under at Sector 1.
Try and send also an invite there again, just in case.
See what his Sector 2 split is, 3/10 under, so he is improving. I think it's going to be close, the cut-off here. Very close.
It is. What did we have it? We had it around 12.3, didn't we? It's currently at 12.4. And Venom's over on his time, so he's currently the guy in danger. A pretty tight quali session, if I'm honest. Very tight.
It is. Harvey, 12.1, up to P10.
Yeah, Geezer's coming around just after the back straight now. This is his one and only chance, unless yeah, he doesn't have the back sheet to go again. So
he just jumped up then. Curly, 11.9. Pint size, 12.1, puts himself P11.
Yeah, and that drops Hound down. I just missed the Sector 2 split as well, so.
Captain Nibs, 11.4.
Nice to see the regulars not having it all their own way. I know it's early in the session, but still.
Yeah, let's see what Howe manages now this run up to the line.
It looked quick. He nailed the wall of champions. Absolutely nailed it.
12 flat. Lutman up to P5 as well. Lutman 11.6.
Yeah, Venom's out. Rusty is through. Chip is well over on his time, so I think that is that.
No, Chip's
on a lap. Yeah,
oh, he's a 10th. Yeah, he's a 10th over at the moment.
He doesn't have to find much. Darrell is taking. He only has to find a half a 10 to get through here. Oh, sorry, he doesn't. Apologies. He needs 2/10. It was Darrell I was looking at. Should have been Harvey.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know. We saw he purpled Sector 2 the last time. Can he do it this time when he needs it? And he doesn't. But and he's over, so.
He's quarter of a second over now. Unless he's made a mistake in Sector 3 on his previous lap. I think he's out.
He needs a massive Sector 3 here.
Commit. Go on. Do it.
Nah, you might as well at this stage. He looked good.
You know he looked good.
It's not bad. He could sneak through here. Let's see what he can do.
He's 100th of a second off.
Yeah, he improved. He gained about 3/10 there in Sector 3 alone. Unfortunate for him, Ninja slipping in there with 11.3. You're talking about a technical track. That is just a mad qualifying. There's a second and a half between first and 19th, and you're splitting hairs as you go down from position to position. Mental Q1.
Yeah, insanely close. Some of the new guys up there as well. Bobo's up there. Obviously, Rusty SDRS just making it through. Moritz, fortunately, 19th, not making it.
Thatcher said Rusty SDS. Who's that?
It's that drill I've got in back garden.
I was just going to say I've encountered a Rusty SDS drill bit, but That's insane. That's absolutely insane, that session. And you know
Yeah,
what?
that's
The,
close.
the good news for everyone watching, it's only going to get better.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, Teabag Airways only set one lap. I think Full Send Dave as well only set one lap. You know, so there's going to be improvement there from them. But yeah, we are losing Chip, Daryl, Venom, Moritz, and Osso when he eventually joins.
Yeah, I tell you what, look, obviously we trialed Mars there earlier, the two of us, but the other three are not names I expected to see down there, so they'll be looking to make a march once the race starts, I would expect.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Apologies.
Jeez, I'm sweating here, only after Q1.
Probably see a doctor about that, mate.
Yeah, I'm sick. I'm not well.
I know that.
Yeah. Airways, why do you have the mediums on? Now is not the time to do it. See, whatever about the mediums in Q1, I don't see any sense in using them in Q2. It's absolutely senseless for me.
Yeah, I've got to say, I agree, mate. I agree.
Look, we're giving out about the track. 1 second. Multi 21. Driving on.
I've got to say, I agree with you, Lutman. You know, I was lucky enough that we trialled someone, so I didn't have to race.
It's a horrible track. I think you either love it or you hate it.
Yeah, it's one I remember. The only time I've enjoyed racing this track was season 3 or season 4. I went from I had an awful time practicing. Couldn't even complete a lap without invalidating. And then when it came to the race weekend, I was in P9 on the final lap, and I thought, right, just keep it on track. And I ended up taking P4. There was a massive collision ahead of me into the final corner, and then penalties as well. So I went from P9 to P4, the last corner and the last lap.
Yeah, look, I think the man in the moon knows Canada is notorious for track limit penalties, and
Absolutely.
it is, and you know, it's a track where a safety car can happen very easily. There's guys going to make mistakes, so you know, last race here I did P20 to P7 by not really doing a whole pile. So it just boxing clever will get you
Yeah.
a long ways around a long ways around this race. As Hound validates already, so that's the mediums in Q1 out the fucking window. God. Yeah, it's so easy to do it. I think it was turn 3 and 4. It's so easy. You're trying to maximise your time, but it's just too close to the bone, and it's done.
Yeah, it's
You've
Full
got a
Send
car
Dave
behind him.
behind him who's
Yeah.
on a lap.
I think Dave is due a bit of luck here, if I'm honest. He had a good start to the season, bagging a podium at uh, round 1. Was it Jeddah? Did he get P3 at Jeddah? I think he's had a few issues since, so I think he's looking for a bit of a rescue race, if I'm honest. He's quick enough to challenge for this title. And he'll be the
Yeah,
first time
absolutely.
on the board, and that's an 11.6, and that
That is a
looks
very
competitive.
fast time. Oh, it's
Yeah,
Rusty.
100%. Rusty SDS was an 11.5. And then he
Nibs,
hits
come
the
on.
barrier. He hits the barrier on the exit of turn 2. Just trying to get out of the way, to be fair.
Nibs with an 11 flat. Teabag just coming up now towards the line. What can he manage? An 11.4. I'm going to suggest that that's used tight. It's not counted that lap. Had he invalidated? I might have missed it. He might have invalidated that lap. Kelev, 11.4 as well. Tell you what, the lap times are already better than I thought they'd be.
Yeah, fully agree with you there, lad.
I mean, Airways a 12.3, and you know, I'd call it a slow lap, but Lutman on the softs has gone 3 times slower, so.
Yeah, you know what, going off Q1, that 12.3 isn't going to be enough on the mediums. Cracking lap from Geezer as well, to be fair.
Storming Ninja now,
I did
final
find
sector.
track evolution here was a bit mental as well, if I'm honest. It was a funny session in Q1. It was kind of greasy in Q1, dried up a bit towards the end. It was dry at start Q2, started raining at the end of Q2, and Q3 was just pure sunshine.
11th, 4th for Ninja.
Canada is one of them tracks where it's susceptible to weather changes. You look at the sky now, the sky is a lot darker than it was in Q1, and the track looks a bit greasy. So I suggest that there's a bit of rain on the way. If anybody can jump into the chat and let us know what the forecast is, that will be helpful. But guys running the mediums would suggest, yeah, guys running on the mediums in Q1 would Airways. Jesus Christ.
11.3.
Yeah.
I'll take it back, mate. I'll take it back, mate.
That'll do it.
I apologise. You know what you're doing.
The fact that there's guys on medium suggests a dry race, because otherwise it wouldn't make any sense at all.
Houghton's just said 15% chance of rain, and I'm not going to lie, this session looks very grey now.
Absolutely, it does. It does compared to the first couple of minutes of this session. So, have the guys in the pits made a mistake here? I'm gonna say they have, because I know for a fact that this greasy track is not enjoyable at all.
And that's it, temps are dropping, it's only going to get slippier. Nibs again, 11 flat. On the same set of tyres, I just want to say, he's done a cool down and then gone again. See what Harvey manages now, he's in sector 3. That long run down to the wall of champion chicane. Takes it nicely, you know, avoiding the big sausage curb. 12-4, Harvey.
And we do know that Harvey loves the sausage. Curbs.
Okay.
Well, we don't know, I'm just assuming.
I was going to say a bold thing to say.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a good judge of character.
And Hounders give up his lap already. I think he's invalidated the final corner of his out lap, so it's invalidated his next lap.
Carly said, hoping to get past. Hopefully I can get past T3 tonight on like Friday. Don't know what that means.
Turn 3.
Okay. CT Locks, evening lads. CT Locks is Unf from the Haas, who's changed his name for some reason. So,
who?
Yeah, exactly. He won tier 2 Friday night. That's
Unf.
Unf. Unf. CT Locks. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a few drops of rain, if I'm honest. It's
getting greyer. It looks like it's getting colder, yeah, it's close to rain. It looks it to me anyway.
Yeah, even if it doesn't rain, it looks horrible. Probably because I'm on board my own. Oh, I'm full of beans tonight.
I'm like your shit, mate.
That's a solid 122.303 from home. He needs to get a lap in at this stage, off the side. Just right down boardroom.
As Lutman said exactly what I was thinking. OEN. I call him OEN.
But you can't leave the F out. Otherwise it would be not I'll be honest, I was on with a Hound there out of turn 2, and it looks squarely enough.
Oh, has he gone for another lap? Oh, apologise. And I've jumped on with Bobo, he's just started a lap.
Yeah, I'm just interested to see. He's currently the only one he's the next one across the line, so Just want to see what his time is like. It doesn't look like the worst lap in the world. Goes slightly deep there through the last hairpin before the back straight. It does interesting to see what kind of a time he puts on the board. As I said, it does look pretty greasy, but sometimes that doesn't correlate between spectators and, you know, being in the car itself.
Yeah, the feel of the car might be completely different. Oh, he's got a snap there though.
Yeah, big snap there as well. Doesn't be a bad time. That's not a bad time, to be fair. So maybe, yeah.
Considering he's probably lost a tenth or two there just on that final corner with that snap.
That's funny. There's a bit of a shine on the track though. Again, it looks to be getting a bit brighter. Canada's a strange track.
On with Bobo now, just coming up to the final corner. Gets through it without a snap. See this run to the line now. An 11.9 puts himself P8 just ahead of Hound. I think it's going to be close, this one, you know.
Yeah, it is. I don't even know what the cut-off point is because he got Marshall T-Bag, SDS, off the RS, or Racing, or whatever you call it. We just call it SDS. It's
drill. We got that drill bit down in 15.
Yeah, it's SDS. It is what it is. Sorry, but they know it's SDRS, but it's from now on till the day you leave, it's SDS. It's
Pint size P8, 11.8. What a lap from Pint size, I've got to say. I know, obviously I've spoke to him after Friday night as well, and he were close at getting into Q3 in Tier 2. But unfortunately the weather change caught him out. He was on the wrong tyre at the wrong time.
Yeah, look, obviously Point size in the Hasselby this season, and I know for a fact he's putting a lot of hours in, and
yeah,
it's starting to show, to be fair to him.
I said this to him. He was making changes last season. I was talking to him towards the end when I made the move to wheel. He were making changes week in, week out. Like changing traction one week, going back the week after. And I said to him, look, you need to just make a decision and stick with it. You might be slower, but once you pick it up, you'll be miles better. T-Bag there, 11.3.
Yeah, I was on with T-Bag there today. He got a massive toe down the back straight off of, I'm going to say, Point Size, who was coming into the pits, but he made a big mistake. Well, not a mistake, he went a bit deep into the Wall of Champions, so
yeah,
it's probably reflective enough.
He had a bit of a snap. Yeah.
But where's the cut-off? How do you cut this? Like, difficult. Harvey's an 11.9. What would you say is safe? I'd be worried. I'd be sitting in there unless I'm...
I'd say 11.5's comfortable.
Yeah.
I've got to say that because of how close it is.
Yeah.
And who's just jumped up there? Marshall, P2 and 11.2.
But this is the issue, Clay. Look at the bottom five, their pace there. That's where my concern would be. If I was sitting in there around Rusty, who's gone on an outlap, he's not comfortable, and I think he's right, if I'm honest.
See what Curly can manage now, just on board with him. Oh, it's Bobo. P1, a 10.9. Airways, a 10.8. I'll tell you what, Dan, what if you unleashed in them Alfa Romeos?
A big mistake. 2 reserves as well, so yeah, no pressure on the guys that are in the seat. Oh, sorry, Airways in the reserve. Jesus.
No, it's not.
I've always wondered that, as a reserve, if you were Bobo, oh no, Harvey invalidates, and that's going to be the end of him, unless he's enough fuel, he hits the wall and the Corber Champions, at the Wall of Champions, and invalidated his lap, and he needs to get over.
Curly's picking up a bit of a slipstream there from the McLaren of Kalev. He's up to P7 and 11.4. It's going to be fucking close, this,
Yeah.
Hound's had a little bit of a snap there at turn 1, turn 2.
I'm not sure 11.5 is enough to. It's dodgy. It might be enough, but it's not enough to not come out anyway, in my humble opinion.
Oh no, absolutely. I'd rather be on track, have a bit more control over it then, but And just looking, Teabag retiring with an 11.3. Oh, Hound's backed off.
Yeah, I'm just on board with Luckman, and he looked to be impeded there slightly, and he's 1.3 over. He can recharge if he has enough fuel. His light is flashing. That's Luckman out. That's a shock. SDS preparing in the pits. That's a shock to see Luckman out. Championship challenger.
Absolutely. Fulton Dave's out, and he's just behind. I think it's Hound on the pit straight, picking up a slipstream off him. What's Pint Size doing? Where's he at? Pint Size is invalidated, so he's out.
Yeah, Harvey had enough fuel to go again, so...
Yeah, Harvey's going again. Fulton Dave up to P5 there, 111.2. Hound's got enough fuel to go again as well, so it's between Harvey and Hound now.
He does, but he's got a car heading on an in-lap. He needs to get out of the way pretty rapidly, if I'm honest.
Wow. Nibs a 110.8.
Wow. Oh, there's a Mercedes in front of Hound, and I believe it's Dave. He needs to get out of the way. A bit late for me, if I'm honest. And he is a 10th up, but it's not going to be enough, or nearly enough.
Harvey, end of sector 2. He's half a second up. Hound's 3/10 up, so both improving. Yeah, let's see if they can hook it up through the final corner.
Harvey will be okay. I think Hound needs a mega sector 3. Oh, wow, that's tight from Harvey. An 11.4 to beat.
Hound has a snap.
And he's not done it. He's out. And Hound's out as well.
Yeah, Hound lost it all out of the chicane at the Wall of Champions. Just
so, yeah, you were absolutely spot on with 11.5.
I tell you what, it's almost like I know what I'm talking about. Almost.
Yeah, I think, look, we neglected the top end there, but there was some mega switching around at the top. Obviously, Q2, you're going to have to stick on with what's happening at the bottom to a point. But yeah, it's all guns blazing for Q3, and it's going to be tight. Very tight.
Unbelievably close at the top, to be honest. 6.5 temps covering your top 10. To be honest, 1.1 covering the top 15, though. But you know, when you look how fast that P1 time is,
it's
that's unbelievable. But yeah, we're losing Harvey, Luckman, Pint Size, SDS Drill, and Hound. Nah, SDRS. Yeah, on his debut out in Q2, would you see that as a bad thing?
No, I don't. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I wouldn't come into any new league in my first race, or even if I was in the league and moving to a different tier. My game plan would be just to get in, get settled, get comfortable, leave that bit of extra space, hoping the guys around you leave that as well. Just get to the end, don't get reported, and see where you end up, and just build into the league as time goes on. And we've seen that here. We've seen guys come in, struggle, and progress up through the league. And if you look at the guys that progressed, the likes of your Andy Boy, Blue, Carl, Kane, Lowry, Barkman, all guys that are little or never reported. That's the way to progress. Blue in the face, I'm saying it, banging the same drum every week, but it's a fact. It's as simple as that. It's not just my opinion. That's there to see for everyone.
Absolutely. Incidents can be seen by everyone. Yeah, you drive it. You think back to what season? Season 8. Carl Trim winning here in Tier 3.
Yeah.
Season 7, season 8.
Season 7.
He won, I think, 3 out of the first 5 races, and then didn't win a race after that. But still won the championship. Just consistency. As you say, not in the incidents page.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so, our penalties, bar a minor, our penalties are quite severe, and they're quite severe for a reason.
Yeah.
So they can impact you quite dramatically. And if you're unfortunate enough to DNF, not only have you not scored points, but your penalties are going to carry as well, and you have the loss of SLPs, and all of a sudden you can find yourself down a rabbit hole. So, boxing clever, stay out the incidents page, and I'm telling you, that gets you a hell of a long ways.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I've got to say that's one of the key pieces of advice I give to any team that I'm a part of. So this season, Red Bull, especially coming into a race like Canada, the words of advice I've give is stay out of the incidents page, keep it clean, avoid track limits, stay on track, because the two of them combined can make you so many positions.
Yeah, well, I think I overtook. So I did P20 to P7, and I overtook Gainful and also on track. So there was 2 overtakes to gain 13 positions, and that was a track limit penalty in there as well that I was pretty suspect over. Now, it wouldn't have mattered in the end, but that's just proof in the pudding. Like, just stay out, especially a track like this. Just guys want to lose it. It's just sometimes guys. Oh, I've no luck. The guy ahead of me span, and I hit him. Sometimes that requires a bit of thought. You need to know who's ahead of you, who's susceptible to that bit of rear spin. What assist are they running? There's so much more. There's so much more that you can do than just relying on my lap time. I didn't look at my lap times. Ask me what are my lap times. I don't know. I don't care. It doesn't make any difference. It's not going to make me go any faster or slower whether I know what the lap time is or not.
No, absolutely, mate. Completely agree with you. For example, I know if I'm behind a person like Gameful, Bart, Kane Lowry, I know they run no traction, no ABS. I'm a bit more cautious into the braking zone around them.
Yeah.
And, you adapt your driving. And this is what I was going to touch on when you mentioned about, the new drivers. Obviously, SDRS going out there. Bobo's still in, Rusty's here. But you need a bit of time to get used to who you're driving with.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, 100%.
And I think that makes a massive difference. Once you know, for example, I know with you, I could go side by side through any corner on any track and we wouldn't make contact.
Yeah.
But there's a bit of an end plate flying off there.
Marshall is out.
Is that off the Red Bull of Ninja?
Marshall is out of the session, and it looks to be in the pits, but not in the pits box. Has he lost it on the exit? I'm bored. His car's gone. It's
race director Marshall. It says DNF.
Yeah, it is.
He's gone out. He did sector 1, sector 2, and then DNF.
Okay.
Unless they're the bits of the car that I can see flying about in the background. Well, I thought it was Ninja. But Bobo there, 10.499.
That's a shame. Yeah. Do you know what? I must check because I think we're close to Q1 quality times, if I'm honest.
T1.
Q3 was a 10.2. 10.2 was pole in Q1.
T1.
And a 10.8 was pole in tier 2. Again, at a track in Canada,
could be different.
Conditions are huge. I know that track was greasy in Q3 and tier 1. But yeah, so we're down to 9. But yeah, I suppose look, Bo sending he is setting the provisional pole time with a 10.499. And that's it. There's a couple of guys here who I think can beat that or get close to it. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this one progresses. 5 minutes left in the session.
I'm just looking at the comments on the stream. Also saying he definitely agrees with you. He put season 2 as the tier 3 driver and reserved in tier 2. Was still unexperienced back then. Started 18th and won the race. my mindset was just relax, get some laps in, we'll see where we get. Just relax, results will roll in. And Pompey Q says, said by Osso, forever stuck in tier 3, feels amazing, man.
Yeah. Also loving the support from Pom Q and the Ozone, as always. Stingray will surely come in with something stupid to say as well in the next 5 minutes. Classic. The funny thing actually is Asso missed the race a few weeks ago, and the Ozone are like, where's Asso? And they're like, you need to communicate with your fans, lad.
Oh, actually, no, we need to speak to you about this also. I think you've got an SLP penalty coming because taking a night off with a girlfriend, mate, isn't a valid enough excuse. The fans have voted. The fans have said that that's not good enough.
Yeah, 100%. Do you know what? Just to come back to your point there, Clay, because you said, you know, you go wheel to wheel with me, you know, through a lap and whatever. Just something popped into my mind, you know, and I see these comments after races sometimes, and, you know, don't get me wrong, like, you see a clip where cars go side by side through 2 sectors together, and it's like, awesome race, and yeah, it looked brilliant, it was clean, plenty of space, plenty of room, but nobody says, look at the 3 seconds to the car ahead you've bought last by doing that.
Yeah.
That's, you know, you're better off just slingshotting DRS, otherwise you're
See,
just going further back into the guys behind you.
I understand what you're saying, but sometimes when you're in that moment,
Yeah, it's nice, it is.
you're having a good battle, and that is all you're thinking about. I know I did it at Portimao with Ginge, season 4, season 5. Pretty much the whole of from turn 6 to turn 11, I think it was, side by side, and it were unbelievable. I came out of it ahead, so I was like, come on, you know, get in, absolutely brilliant.
I agree. It is cool, and sometimes you get sucked into it. I know myself and Mechanical did it at Baku, more or less side by side for a good 75-80% of the lap in F2 cars, and it was on the limit. There was a bit of banging, but you know, respectfully, you know, nudging, and it was awesome. It was awesome, no question.
Yeah. But that's it. You know, at that point, you don't really care about the gap to the car ahead. You're just so enticed in that battle that you don't pay attention to anything else.
Yeah, 100%. So yeah, we're at the business end. 2 minutes and 50 seconds, 45 seconds left in the session. Teabag with no time on the board, which suggests to me he used a couple of tyres in Q2. Everybody out on track now. Russell sticks. Rusty Russell sticks.
What? Rumpelstiltskin?
Yeah. Rusty's back into the pits. I don't know why he hadn't invalidated, and he just set a lap and he's coming in. Quite possibly, but he won't get back out again. But it's still a decent time, and 11 dead from him. Kilevra has invalidated, so I think he's on a burner lap anyway. Everybody else on an out lap. Teabag being the first one to start, I believe.
Yeah, I'll jump over Teabag now. Yeah, not sure. I've not seen him out on track yet, so I don't think he's invalidated or anything. Maybe he's just going at it with one run. But that time from Bobo and Airways, they're very competitive at times.
I'm not sure why Airways retired, to be completely honest with you, and to be even more honest with you, Bobo's left this incredibly late. And with cars coming behind, he's going to have to yield to get out of the way, so his out lap is going to be a mini quali lap. He's not going to be able to hang around, which means he won't get his tyres into the correct operating window.
I mean, as long as they're attached, should be fine.
Yeah, he just needs to be cautious of the cars behind. He's a McLaren coming up on him there pretty quick. Once the McLaren gets past him, he's pretty safe after that, but it's going to be tight enough. I don't know, does he see the McLaren, to be honest? He does. He's leaving the McLaren through, and that is Kilevra, who is on a lap.
Yeah, that could cost him, that. That could cost him.
Yeah, it's going to be tight. It's going to be really tight. He came out with a minute 40 left. It's dodgy.
It's Teabag now up to the line. He's out the final corner. Looks good. Looks good. An 11 flat P3 for Teabag. Who's that? Ninja did improve. I can't see. Full send Dave 11-3. Kelev now out the final corner. What can Kelev do?
I'll tell you
A
what.
10-9. What a lap from Kelev.
Bobo is after calculating that absolutely perfectly. Crosses the line with 3 seconds to go. That's
We'll
insane.
stick on with Bobo, but yeah, that lap from Kelev there, absolutely brilliant at the death.
Yeah, it's a bit of a strange Q3 from Tier 3. And that is Bobo done. He has a spin coming out.
And Teabag's got a 5-place penalty for illegal blocking.
Why?
Because he had Ninja and Dave right behind him. They've sat up his arse right behind him.
On in-laps.
And Nibs as well, 10-7, he's improved. Yeah, all on in-laps, they've sat up his arse. I think, I've got to say, I don't really agree with that penalty.
Yeah, we've seen that in this game though, haven't we?
Yeah.
Was he in low fuel mode? I don't know, disaster that for Teabag. That's going to drop him down to P10. So yeah, I'll be back in a second there, but...
Yeah, I'll be back shortly before the race starts.
have a quick look through the tyres. If Claire's not here, which I don't think he is. Absolutely amazing that everybody picked a medium or hard. I was pretty sure I'd see a soft runner here. So we got a good spread. You got Bobo Airways on the mediums, starting on the front row. Nibs, Kelev, Rusty on the hards behind them. Got Dave, Ninja and Curly on the mediums. Marshall going for the hards. T-Bag going for the mediums. Harvey also going for the hards. King Luckman with the mediums. We got Geezer, SDS, Hound and Chip Hazard on the hards. Daryl selecting the mediums. And Venom, Moritz and also Basso also selecting the hard tyres. Hopefully Clay gets back for the restart. He is on board with also starting on the inters from Pomp Q. Stingray also at the back, can't do any damage. I beg to differ on that one, Stingray. So yeah, Clay's on with Bobo, so I'll just stick on with him and see what happens.
Yeah, I'm back.
You're back, that's good. Just farming up, gone through the tyres. Ready when you are.
Pint size overshooting his marks there, but grid fully formed now. Five lights, and away we go. Bobo looked like he got a good start there, Airways just tucking in behind. Rusty going for the move straight away. Oh, SDRS, 5-second penalty. Moritz is DNF straight away, that's a VSC.
Whoa. Not sure exactly what happened there. A big heap of penalties handed out. I don't know how you can DNF from the back.
Yeah, SDRS, Chip and Pint Size all with 5-second penalties, so some severe collision penalties handed out there by the game. Nice to see some other fans in here, someone cheering on Captain Nibs.
Yeah, 100%, love it. Good to see, good to see. We're back on the way again. A couple of guys got caught sleeping with that as well.
Yeah, your front three look like they're close together. You know, they're away on their own.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult for them hard runners to stick with the mediums for the opening 4 or 5 laps at least. Tyre wear here for me was mental. Don't know about you, but I found it pretty severe.
I didn't race, so I have no idea.
You got 20 on stream now as well.
T-Bag in the pits.
Okay, that's not ideal for T-Bag. That's a wing change.
Yeah.
A set of hards. Yeah, I'm sure we'll find out what happened there after the race. But you know what? Captain Nibs do very well to stick with the guys ahead on the mediums. Bit of a gap there now already, but yeah, it's still quite tight.
Yeah, as you just touched on there as well, Hydraulica jumping in, Bobo for the win. Stingray saying, come on, Osso, you've got this. P20 to P1, we believe. I mean, there's optimism and then there's delusional. Kelev and Dave side by side there through the hairpin. Kelev on the hard tyres, but Dave getting a better exit on the mediums. See who's got the wings for it. Both of them burning the RS down the back straight.
This is not a good. You know, this is.
You don't want to go side by side here. No, Kelev tucks in behind.
Yeah,
I've got to say sensible.
Yeah, absolutely.
hard tyres. Do you know what I mean? You're aiming for the longer. You're aiming for the long game.
Yeah, you know, it's a pity. It's been a while since we had a start like that. Tier 3 starts have been really good for a long time now, but it is what it is, as they say. Just head down and plough on and see where you end up.
Yeah, unfortunate. Obviously, a number of penalties. I was on with the leading battle, so I didn't really see what had happened further back. But a lot of severe collision penalties given out there. Just have a quick check of race director actually.
Yeah,
so
you know what?
Chip got a 5-second penalty for a severe collision with SDRS. SDRS got a 5-second penalty for a severe collision with Chip. And Pint Size got a severe collision with Darrell. The first of all the incidents on that page is Maritz's DNF. So whether he's just lost it straight off the start.
Yeah, do you know what? It's very possible. He started at the back in P20 and that's in... Yeah, maybe just
I think he'd have been P19 because Osso joined just after him, didn't he? Osso joined late, so I think he'd have been P19.
Yeah, to be honest, I've seen some really stupid moves into the Wall of Champions that's going to end up in carnage if guys don't settle that down, so that's up to them, I suppose.
Bobo and Airways look like they're pulling away a bit now from Nibs. Nibs on the hard tyres.
Yeah, but I suppose it's not Nibs' race. Nibs is looking at Rusty behind him. That's where Nibs' race is at, and there we go. Also, 4 laps in with the traditional 3-second time penalty.
Go on, Osso, lad.
No, it's a horrible track for Livets. That's unquestionable. You're going to see a lot of that.
I've just looked at the comments and Pompey Q said, I bet he can't do that, he's probably underfueled. And as I had a quick flick through, he's the only one with a yellow fuel light on.
Yeah, I know.
Oh no, SDRS has it as well.
Yeah, it's a heavy enough track on fuel. Like, these guys are going to need a safety car, no question.
Full send Dave and Kelev again, side by side down that back straight. Kelev now ahead of Dave. Oh, we've got a yellow flag. That's SDRS dropping.
Oh, I think he just lost it over the last corner, potentially.
He has, and he's no front wing.
I'm not sure if there was a collision or did he
just done
lose
a
it.
17-point turn to get it back straight.
Yeah, Teabag. Coming back in for the mediums. I'm not sure. He's going to have to go into them hards again.
Yeah, but he could gain on people here this lap. Now no one's picked up the safety car. They've had this, so he's still going to have a delta for this lap.
Jack 991, good to see you, bud. How's Rusty doing? Rusty's doing very well. He's P4 at the minute. I'd be absolutely shocked to see anybody pit. To be honest with you, the hard runners can't anyway, and you're just going to lose so much time on the mediums. Only 4 laps old. I believe the window is in around 16 laps, so I'd be shocked if I see anybody pitting here, but maybe.
Yeah, to me, the only time you pit, like the only reason you pit now is if you had damage. I can understand Teabag. Obviously, he's already pitted, had a wing change. I can understand him now going for the faster tyre to hope to, get further in.
Yeah.
But yeah, none of your leading groups pitted.
Let's hope Bobo doesn't get caught up with this sneakily looking safety car just parked on the right hand side of the track as he moves off. Good man, Burt. Chip the width.
We have got a couple, Chip and Venom.
They must have damage, or else are they trying to get rid of a couple of penalties? That mightn't be a bad option either, Clay. If it was an unfair penalty.
Chip's got a wing change.
Yeah, and if it was an unfair penalty to come off.
Venom's got a wing change as well.
Yeah.
SDRS obviously had no wing.
It's not great, but it's not the worst track with yellow wing damage.
SDRS has got inters on. Are they inters? They're inters. They've put inters on.
They're inters, yeah. Unless he knows something that we don't know.
I'm gonna say that's an error.
Yeah, it definitely is, and he'll be back in at the end of this lap. But you know what? It's it's a good job for the guys that were struggling for fuel there that safety car came out, because they were in trouble, no doubt. That's just a disaster from SDRS.
Also,
getting the damage and then having to put on inters.
Yeah,
he came out 18th anyway, so it's not the end of the world, but it's still not ideal.
He's not lost the position from it, no. Also saying, to be fair, zero practice and same setup as Australia. I mean, the fact that you're commenting on the stream during the race says it all, but yeah.
That's just that's not even classic Asso, that's just stupid.
The Stingray says that must also be a warning for Osso texting and driving. So the Ozone aren't fans of Osso. I'm pretty sure we've got that now.
That's been established with a long time, to be fair. Is SDS going to come back in? Yeah, he will. Hopefully he doesn't pick up a 5-second penalty now. That'll be... Yeah, he doesn't, to be fair. So yeah, do you know what? The only thing with Osso and point size, with that 5-second penalty, if it was unfair, would it have been more beneficial to sort that under the safety car now instead of your next round of pit stops? Hard to know. It would have dropped a few positions, but it would have came off the end of the race. Oh, it's easy to say when you're looking at it,
but that's it. Yeah. That's it. If it's due to come off, if it's deemed unfair, if it's not, then you know it's tough shit, and you've served it, sort of thing. But we are just waiting on the Ferraris to catch the back of the pack now.
I'm surprised I know we've only had 4 laps of racing, but I'm surprised we've only seen one safety or one track limit penalty.
Yeah, it is one that is, it's a track that is known, and it is easy to pick up these track limit penalties. SDRS has gone back onto 5-lap old hards. So he has put the tyre that he started on back on. Oh, whether he's done that intentionally, pick a set of inters so that he can go straight back to the hards the lap after, the same tyre. I don't know, will that count as his mandatory pit stop done? No, obviously he's not going to get to the end on these tyres anyway, but...
It's F2, it doesn't. Pitting under the safety car in F2 doesn't count as mandatory. In F1 it does.
I'm just saying, putting the inters on, does that count? Because I thought the mandatory was dependent on the weather conditions.
Oh, yeah.
If it's obviously if it's wet, you don't have to pit a dry tyre. Yeah, but if it's dry, can you pit for a wet tyre? I don't know. But we are fully formed under the safety car now. I'd expect to see safety car in this lap. As Pompey says, guys, these Ferrari tactics are even in the game. Feels amazing, man. Well, for the first time in about 4 seasons, I'm not part of the Ferrari team, so it feels great. But I'm stuck in a fucking Red Bull. There we go.
I suppose, look, a safety car at this time with nobody really pitting isn't going to have a major impact.
No.
The mediums can extend soaking the hard, so it's much of a much. But yeah, we'll have to see what happens as the race progresses.
Yeah, just be interested to see what Venom Chip Teabag can do. They're on fresher tyres than everyone ahead. See whether they actually start making positions up. And a perfectly timed safety car for them could completely turn it around.
If this was me now, I'd go just for the entrance to that right-hander.
Did you just say if I was me?
If I was me, if that was you, do, Blake. Yeah, and Bo does it. Doesn't really catch airways napping, but it has caught the rest. Kilevra, that's unfortunate for him.
He's got Dave all over him as well. Oh, Ninja's dropping. Ninja's binned it. I don't know how he's ended up in the pit lane.
Yeah, needs to be careful with that re-entry as well. Look, just about on the line. And I think Venom is struggling here as well. He looks to be all over the place as he rear-ended the car ahead. Looks to have a lot of understeer. Maybe he doesn't.
CDR S has gone round him as well. Got Ninja. Start of sector 2.
I'm telling you now, this full send Dave and Kilevra battle is going to end in tears.
I mean, it's nice to see.
What is that?
That is Ninja.
Again. Okay. Well, at least it's not caused a safety car, no.
But Bobo this time now has pulled away. He's got out of that DRS to Airways. Chip picking up 3 seconds. But that's it, we're at a point in the race now where them hard tyres are going to start being a better tyre to be on. So Nibs, Rusty, Kelev, I'd expect to see them start gaining and, you know, improving. SDRS picking up 3 seconds as well.
Yeah, the rear on the wares, the wear on the rears is a bit mad here. It reminds me of Baku. There's nearly double the wear on the rears as opposed to the fronts, and that's a yellow flag. And Ninja has retired from the session.
That's a full safety car. Yeah, he's lost it. Turn 3. Between turn 3, turn 4, he's lost it. Pint size and also swapping positions. Let's hope no one gets a 5-second penalty there.
Yeah, for once the safety car is going to work for hard runners. I don't think the mediums can afford to stay out here. Maybe they can, but there's not a massive amount of racing left on them tyres, but they'll be feeling it. And Bo is in, and Airways can't come in. Or Airways is back in the pack up a small bit, so he doesn't get double stack, but I think he will anyway.
Nibs is in, Dave's in. So it's just the medium runners we're seeing in so far.
Yeah, they kind of had to clear, really.
I tell you what, that stack for Alfa Romeo worked out almost perfectly.
Yeah, look, it's cost Airways a couple of positions, but that was always going to happen, really. They lost maybe a second, maybe 2. Well, that is the nature of the beast. Chip Hazard staying out. Luckman on 10-lap old mediums. I questioned them the last time, and it worked out, so I'm going to say nothing.
Yeah, this was my thinking though. Chip, Venom, Teabag, you know, they're on fresher mediums, fresher tyres than the guys ahead, so I'd expect to see Chip improve a bit here.
Yeah, that's the thing, like, if you want to get to the end, them hards are going to need to do another kind of 6-7 laps. As I said, though, it's just typical of this game. There's nothing has happened in this race so far to cause a safety car in terms of drivers colliding with each other.
No.
Skill issue from Ninja and SDS. If you look where his rear wing was, his front wing, it was on a part of the track where there is not going to be a car. It was far left. There was no need for a safety car there, or even a VSC. It could have just sat there.
Yeah. I mean, you look at the race they did in Australia the other week, there was part of, I think it was Verstappen, you know, where his brakes caught fire and that. There was part of his car left on track and it was there all race.
Yeah. It was off the racing line, and that was a lot more closer than it was here. That where that wing was nowhere next.
It was against the wall.
Yeah, on the left-hand side. The right-hand side, fair enough, but on the left, nah. Cody's had it gone in 10 seconds anyway.
Yeah, so Marshall's popped that on eBay now. But yeah, how are you feeling? How are you feeling about this so far now? Any early suggestions? Anyone you think's made the wrong choice?
I think Captain Nibs looked to be in the best position. He was hanging on to the guys ahead on the alternative strategy, which would have been the better strategy with no safety cars. You look at it now, he's out in P1, but his field is close together. He's on 11 lap all hards. He needs to pit again. On the flip side of that, Airways kind of got double stacked. He's down he's lost 4 positions because of that. Bo finds himself in the midfield now, where you could be susceptible to, you know, mistakes and whatnot. So I don't think there's any winner for this. It's just what it is.
Usual tier 3 chaos.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
We have got the safety car in this lap message, so Nibs backing the pack up.
Be interesting to see when he goes. And he's gone, and he's caught Rusty sleeping. Has he? Oh, Rusty nearly collects the wall of champions. That leads Calevra through. Marshall will get a run on him, but he won't be. Whoa! It was Calevra. Whoa!
Oh, Caleb and Marshall.
No, that's not good at all. That is, in fact, an absolute disaster.
Yeah, Caleb got wing damage. He got a 10-second penalty for corner cutting.
He braked because he overtook before the start finish line, which is fine. But he turned right then across Marshall, and I'm bored with Marshall. I don't think Marshall has any damage. Nothing that's evident anyway. But just a disaster. So yeah, do you know what? It probably could have been a lot worse, but not ideal. Far from ideal at all. I think it's just a lack of awareness. Then I'm dropping down the order now as well.
Marshall did pick up 3 seconds from that. Kelev got 10 seconds. Oh, Bobo almost. Oh, pint size is dropping.
Geezers in the wall. Yeah, this is fucking nightmare stuff.
Yeah, Marshall behind Kelev, like, slammed on, almost hit the rear of him, and then it caused sort of a concertina effect. Everyone slamming on. As Bobo goes up the inside of Marshall, manages to get... Oh, Kelev's in the pits. And that is a wing change for Kelev. But now we've got Lutman pushing. Lutman's still on them mediums that he started the race on. Closing in on Rusty ahead of him. Chip as well, to be fair. 8 lap old mediums. He's closing in on Harvey. Chip does have a penalty. Rusty picking up 3 seconds.
Just happy to see the field spread out a bit, to be honest. It just... that lap was messy. That restart lap was very messy.
Yeah, absolutely. Kelev's now on the softs. Venom picking up 3 seconds. So we've got a lot of penalties across the grid now. We're not quite halfway through the race yet. I'd say Bobo's not in a bad position at all after making his mandatory stop. Teabag as well, to be fair.
He's looking very racy, and do you know what? Considering where Teabag was 15 laps ago, really
Harvey, I think. Yeah, Harvey just clipped the back of Bobo, and Bobo hit the back of Chip. Teabag's going for it on Harvey. Bobo's got it on Chip as well.
so Bobo's in a pretty commanding position now, and that's where it's really that's caught out Rusty and Nibs big times there. Airways finding himself down in P16 and he's into the pits.
Is that damage? Is that damage? Lutman's got 3 seconds.
No, it's just a tyre change from Airways.
That's a strange one.
That's a very strange one, indeed. Indeed.
And Bobo's all over the back of Hound.
Yeah, I think he'll take him pretty handy with the DRS, I'd imagine.
Yeah, down that back straight.
But yeah, it's a good position for Bobo now again. Oh, I saw Steve goes a bit deep there. Bobo takes him on the inside. He doesn't get better drive, but he will get DRS, and that'll be done handy.
Tell you what, clever racing from Bobo. He's not, not burning the RS though. He's just relying solely on that DRS.
Yeah, and he didn't have to. And you know what? Clever from Steve as well. He didn't fight it, as that is Marshall into the pits.
Harvey.
Marshall. Oh, okay, apologies. Yeah, I just saw a car shooting up the inside. I was like, that's not going to work there. And then he did the pits, so all good. SDS has retired from the session. Is that in the pits?
It's in the pits, yeah. He pulled in behind Harvey. So Teabag's pushing forward as well. Obviously an early pit stop sort of ruined his race. But he's not looking in too bad of a position now. Got a run on Hound. Is he going to go for it now down this straight? I think he is.
Yeah, he'll have plenty of room to get back in on the race line. Again, Steve being cute. He's not deploying any ERS there, and why would he? It's Bo is just cooking here. It just, you know what? It just depends on the next safety car.
The next safety car.
Yeah, if we get one, which is, it's unlikely that we don't. Might be wrong, but you'd imagine more or less the whole field would come in again, bar maybe the guys on 7-lap all hards.
Yeah, absolutely. I wondered what, Teabag, Chip, what they could manage on them mediums, obviously 4-5 lap fresher than, your top 3. Doesn't look to be gaining.
And that's the thing, it's just a case of how far up the road they can get. The field is still congested. I'm just
very
looking
congested.
At the top 3. I mean, Luckman, them mediums must be filing a lawsuit at this point. He's actually making an overtake on Rusty, who has fucking Bo going up the inside. 2 for 1 from Bo into the wall of champions. And you know what? They made it work, to be fair to him. Luckman, will he go back at him again? He won't. Bo covers it off anyway, but wouldn't really make much sense on 18-lap all mediums.
I've got to say, great driving from Bobo so far.
Yeah, I fully agree with you. He's just managed this race.
He's almost caught back up to the leader after making his mandatory pit stop. Teabag sort of got back onto the same page as the lads ahead now, obviously after making a really early pit stop due to damage. But yeah, Fulton Dave, Darrell as well, both pitted at the same time as Bobo, so they're going to gain as well here. A lot of movement further back, also Curly, Kelev, Harvey all swapping positions. Also up the inside of Curly. Oh, Chip's got Dave. Chip with 5 lap older tyres, but he is on the medium. We're getting gaps forming now between that top 6.
Yeah, look, I suppose T-Bag and Chip are kind of, they're not in a bad place anyway. I think Luckman has just gone for broke and hoping for a safety car. That's what it looks like to me anyway. I've never seen so many movements in places in a race. It's insane.
Yeah.
Especially at places where I would not think overtaking would be the best place.
Also,
you gotta remember here as well, Clay. Marshall is your your tier champion, or your tier leader at the moment. He's down in P11, so.
Oh,
no!
Nibs!
Disaster for Nibs. After, do you know what? He did nothing wrong. Absolutely nothing wrong. And he gets shafted with a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Absolute disaster.
We've got Hound in, Marshall's in.
Yeah, the thing is, though, look, everyone ahead of him will have to pit again, but he's just going to get caught up in a bit of traffic now. He's out behind Curly, also Venom.
Oh, someone's in the wall. Mercedes. That's Darryl.
It looks okay from.
I've just seen a Mercedes in the fucking wall, and it disappeared. It disappeared.
It just looks intact from here anyway.
Honestly, please, somebody who's seen that as well as me, please comment. My God, I've just seen a Mercedes square in the wall. Oh, I don't even know what's going on.
I'm kind of contemplating. Well, not contemplating, but.
Oh, Rusty, he's done the same. 5-second penalty.
The sky has gone dark and grey, and the track is slippy looking. Are we potentially looking at a bit of rain here? Just looking at the guys that are pitting, that would tell you no.
Rusty and Chip both pitted. Chip's gone for softs. As Stingray says, I think you might be losing it, mate. I've seen nothing. Oh, I'm gonna have to watch this stream back. I'm pretty sure I saw a Mercedes in the wall.
Look, we've been having this chat as admins for 4, 5, 6 months now, and we've come to the same conclusions. Clay's lost his marbles. Whoa, Nibs! No! Makes the wrong decision. Tries to go up the inside of Osso underneath the bridge. Catches the curb, has a bit of a spin. It comes across the front of Curly. That's costing Curly a bit of time now as well. Bit of a disaster there, and he could get reported for that. But let's see how that goes. Ambitious from Nibs. Don't think it was needed. That could. T-Bag with 3 seconds.
3 seconds. That's not what he needed.
I don't think Luckman is stopping at all. Did he pit lap 1? He did. Has he? Luckman has pitted, hasn't he?
No.
You sure?
Yeah, he's not.
Okay. Well, he needs to.
Press square and go to pit stops. Stops. Luckman's the only man who's not stopped yet.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Oh, and there's another 3 seconds. The grip egg won't even help, and he just needs to pull the plug and get in. See what happens after that. A safety car after this could. Yeah, I don't know. What do I know?
Fuck all.
There's a lot of penalties hanging around us, so.
There is. T-Bag's close to Luckman as well. Bobo, I've got to say, Bobo looks in control there.
Yeah, 100% he does.
But Dave and Darrell don't look in bad positions. I know Darrell's got a penalty.
I suppose, look, the fact that Bobo just, he's 13 lap all hard, there's plenty of life left in him. They will die towards the end, but everyone behind, their tyres are, finished, Teabag and King Luckman, them mediums are awful now at this stage, 100%. Dave and Darrell will be probably okay, but they're a bit back the road, and, as you head back, there is a bit of a spread there. Nibs is looking to make moves, but slightly misjudged that one, and also needs to just keep it calm and see where he ends up. A safety car anytime, next couple of laps could change things.
Do you know what? Pompey Q, thank you very much. I knew I wasn't going mad. he's just put the link to a clip on the stream, and if you click that link, you'll see exactly what I saw when I looked up. So a Mercedes spear into the wall as Teabag's now got Luckman on that back straight. Second help in a DRS as well, which should help him pull away.
Luckman has to be heading towards puncture territory here, though.
Yeah, you'd think so, but if he is, then Teabag can't be far behind. It's only 4 laps.
He must be looking at a medium soft at this stage. Venom's in now, and that almost certainly. No, it's mediums. Yeah, I agree with that. Mediums, 10 laps. Is Luckman looking at a soft? That's the only thing I can think of at this stage. He's just losing so much time.
I think the medium soft is possible here.
It's rough going.
From what I've read, I don't know. It wouldn't be possible for myself, I'll tell you that.
Soft, medium, soft, maybe.
I was thinking more hard, medium. But yeah, Bobo's looking completely in control at the moment. Almost 7 seconds in the lead. 10 laps to go. I can't really see. The only person that I think can challenge is Nibs, who's down in 5th. He's on the freshest tyres, but I don't really see him getting there, if I'm honest. I don't see him bridging that gap. Luckman stares out again. Is he just hanging on now, hoping for a safety car or what?
Honestly, that's what it looks like to me anyway. But that's that's a gamble. He's going to have to get that safety car or his race is over. Simple as that, really. So that's the decision. Considering where he was, and it's a risk, but a couple of guys there. Oops.
Excuse me?
There's a couple of guys on older tyres, but you'd be kind of relying on someone bidding it at this point. But nobody bar Teabag really has laps in the window where they're going to be falling off a cliff. But there's still 9 laps to go.
Yeah, that's it. There's a lot of tyre wear from here to the end. Nibs making it past Full Send Dave now as well. And Luckman's into the pits. Luckman's in.
Back down 1 second, buddy.
And he's popped the soft tyres on, fresh softs. Where is he going to come out? Hound, Venom. He's come out just ahead of Hound. So P11 for Luckman, 8 laps to go. Let's see what he can do from here. As Nibs has made it past Teabag. So Nibs' medium's looking racy. Let's see what he can do with that gap down to Bobo now. 7.2 at the moment. Also, looks like he's close to Chip. Marshall up past Harvey as well. Oh, Chip picks up 3 seconds. And Nibs has got that gap down by almost a second already. It is a second. 1.1.
He has the tyres, Clay, but I don't see how he can drive himself out of that penalty. And he's really closing that gap, isn't he? It's kind of scary, actually.
Yeah, well, I don't know whether he feels insulted by what I said or what. But I said I think he's the only one who could do something about it, but I don't see him having the pace to bridge that gap. And he's pulled in almost 2 seconds this last lap. He has pulled in 2 seconds this last lap. It was at 7.2 the gap.
Well, to be honest, Clay, with the amount of time left in the race and the pace he's showing, and that is a fucking dive from hell from Luckman. The pace he's showing here, he can. I think it's going to be tight. He can get past him. Can he pull the gap? Is the next question. It's going to be tense. It's going to be tense.
Chip into the pits.
Do you know one thing actually? I've seen guys making moves into the right hand or under the bridge, and it's absolutely insanity of the highest order to be trying to make a move there. In my opinion, it's just mental stuff. And that's a yellow flag in sector 1. It is someone. I don't know, but it's gone. I tell you what, Dave is just going to be sitting pretty saying, doo-doo. He has himself on the podium here. All he has to do is stay. But
Hound's out. It's a VSC.
VSC. His car is crock. If that's not a safety car compared to the wing, that's insane. And it probably won't be. It looks to be just VSC. Just 6 laps. Might get away with a VSC. Bo is absolutely screaming for a safety car. Naves needs to be careful that he doesn't get a drive through here because he's down at 3 seconds.
T-Bag drive through.
Oh wow!
And he's pulled into the pits as well.
Oh Jesus! And he's pit and quit. I don't know why, but yeah, that's a disaster for T-Bag. Let's be perfectly honest.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is.
It's gone green at the wrong time for all them who pitted as well. All them who pitted have just been caught out. So Luckman now isn't looking in a bad position at all. 3-lap old softs. And I say that and he picks up another 3-second penalty. Yeah, Luckman's not in a good position.
No, again, he's going to be angry now, and I'm going to be angry after.
Luckman now has 9 seconds of penalties.
Marshall all of a sudden back to P4. Rusty testicles up in P3.
He's got 8 seconds of penalties on him.
Yeah, I was going for the dramatic effect.
I mean, hearing you shout rusty testicles sort of put me off a little bit.
That nearly killed me, that one.
I think Full Send Dave is in a very good position here. You know, if he's clever, he could sneak a podium here. And I'm quite shocked Osso's not got the most penalties. We've got Kalev with 16. Osso's got 15. Nibs. Now you got that gap at the front to 2.2.
Yeah, do you know what? It's
less than 2 seconds now.
Yeah, it is. I think there's enough laps to take him. I don't think Bo will be able to do much about it. The question is, can he drive himself out of that 3 second? He's rinsed his battery. Bo has held on enough. If he can just If he can just hold them off and stay within DRS, I think he can hold on to it for 3 seconds. 21 lap all hards are going to be feeling at this point. The mediums won't be great, mind you.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just looking at Lutman. You know, that 9 seconds is going to screw him, but he's looking racy now since, you know, he's hungered out on them mediums, put these softs on. I think that VSC came out almost the perfect time for him.
When you look at the pace he has, Clay, you only got Full Send Dave behind that doesn't have a penalty, so that might go into him, and Full Send Dave is 7 seconds behind him, so Dave just needs to hang on here, I think, as best he can. He's on the fresh soft, so...
Yeah, he's looking quick. He's got past Venom.
Yeah, Nibs will have DRS here. Ooh, that's going to be tight. It literally went over a second as he crossed the line. I don't think he's got it, but maybe he has. He has got it.
Let's see what he can do now. Let's see how Bobo defends.
It's one of these stupid dual detection zones as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
I so disagree with that in terms of racing.
I mean, I understand if you don't get the move done, I understand you getting it again, but if you get the move done, then you shouldn't have it in the second one.
No. He's close enough. I just don't think he has the laps left, Clay. If he can get past Grand, but he's not going to want to do anything silly either. He's currently sitting in P2. There wouldn't be anything wrong with P2. First race in Tier 3.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. But, you know, when that wind's right there in front of you, you know, you can smell it.
Yeah. I know.
So looking at the gap now with Full Send Dave, have a look at penalties. So he won't gain on Marshall. He'll gain on Luckman. And Rusty. So he'll gain 2 positions. He'll be P4. Looks like Marshall might still sit on the podium here.
Yeah, do you know what? I think Bo's kept enough battery to keep Nibs behind him. And Nibs is just going to want to not out-drive himself here and end up with nothing at the end of this race.
There's Lutman's up past Rusty. And Marshall's out.
Wow. And he lost it on his own, did he? I think he was a second.
Marshall's out.
Yeah, it looks to be the Wall of Champions.
After the Wall of Champions, yeah. He was looking nailed on for P3. Which, my God, I didn't think I'd say it, but Full Send Dave is looking at a podium. 2 laps to go.
That's a disaster for Marshall, to be honest with you.
Absolutely. Did you say he was the championship leader as well?
Yeah, I think Nibs will get the move done here eventually, but he won't have the time to pull the gap out. And you know what? Bo has the wings. Don't do this, lads. Don't do this. They thought better of it. Thanks very much for listening to me. No one ever listens to me, but thanks.
So King Lutman is second in the championship standings.
Yeah,
as Nibs has gone for
Bo's
it.
fighting this hard. It's unnecessary for me. I don't give a bollocks how I get a win. Penalty or no penalty. It's the last lap. I'd be surprised if he pulls out 3 seconds, but maybe he will. Let's see.
It's 5 he's got to do.
That's 5. Yeah. There's no way he's pulling out 5 seconds. Is Full Send Dave in with a chance of a podium here?
I think he is. He is. You know, barring a mistake, he's taking P3. Nibs has you know got that gap now to Bobo. But it's not going to be enough. It's, 5 seconds worth of penalties. He's not going to bridge that. Curly's going to jump up a number of positions here as well. Nibs crosses the line, takes the win on track, but that penalty puts him 3 seconds behind. Let's see what happens here now with Dave. Lutman and Rusty.
I think he's okay. 5, 6, 7 and a bit. Should be alright. That is Dave on the podium.
That is Dave on the podium. And you know, this is what we're saying, you know, early on, that keeping it penalty free is massive. So Chips just jumped Kalev due to penalties. Let's see Curly. I expect to see Curly jump up a few here. He did. He's jumped up 2 above Kalev and Osso. Harvey's above Osso. Pint size is going to jump her ways as it stands at the moment. Yeah, pint size finishing 13th.
That's okay. Invites have been sent to the lads.
Oh, thank you very much.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers for nothing. Just wait to see the lads come in. Bobo, Nibs and Dave. Podium finishers. Fastest lap taken by Darrell there. Yeah, losing a few drivers. Moritz, we pretty much lost off the grid. Ninja, SDRS, Hound, Teabag and Marshall. Hold on a minute, I think I know what's happened. Dan sent invites to the comms party, but we've not been in the comms party.
Oh dear. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, apologies lads. Dan sent you invites to the comms party and we wasn't actually in it.
Yeah, I wonder what was going on. Oh.
Sweating.
Yeah, good evening. You and me both, mate.
Right, all 3 of the podium finishers are here now. Just let you have a look at your settings. Make sure you've got your audio set to share so we can hear you on stream. Because I will start asking you questions and I will never look to see if we can hear you. I'll just get a message later in the week telling me that I can't hear you.
Yeah, mine should be alright.
Right, we'll start. P3, Dave.
Hello, mate.
Probably didn't expect that, did you?
No, but I knew Friday, apart from my drive, I knew I had some decent pace around here, but I just knew if I could keep the track limits off, keep my nose clean, I'd pick up some points. So I nearly took them hards to the end, but I took a risky ballsy move at the end there, banging them softs on. But I just knew that it would be better to finish than start taking up track penalties and losing grip on the last 6-7 laps. So yeah, I took the option, mate, and it paid off.
Well, that's it. That advantage the softs give you. You gained a couple of seconds on the lads ahead, and I've got to say that's essentially giving you the podium. You know, being within that time penalty range of them.
Yeah, definitely. I was a bit dubious because Kelev had a bit of connection problems and what, so I was holding him back for a few laps and couldn't get past him at all. But yeah, them hards, I probably could have took them to the end, but I feel like they would have dropped off quite rapidly, and then I would have got eaten up and I lost that advantage I had with the time penalties, and I don't think I would have podiumed. So yeah, it worked out well in the end. Obviously, I knew Nibs was fast on Friday. Bobo, as I've seen in races, has been quick, so I knew I wasn't really going to be racing them. But Luckman was my target. And I finished above him, so that's cheered me up no end.
No, great job, mate. Great drive. Keeping it clean. You know, as me and Dan touched on earlier in the stream, the keeping it clean, penalty frees, a massive factor in this race at Canada. Massive.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the first time I raced you in the league, I picked out something like 19 seconds or something. It was crazy, and I knew from then onwards, it's one of them tracks that will eat you alive. So I'd rather come off and do 95% and then finish with no penalties than go full chat and pick up 12. So yeah, it made sense, and it paid off in the end.
Absolutely, mate. Great job. Great drive. Well done on that P3.
Cheers, bud.
Jump on now, Captain Nibs.
Hello.
P2, sure. You know, you're battling the leader there, but obviously you had a track penalty yourself. How'd you feel about the race?
It was tough. I wasn't expecting to be anywhere near that top part, to be fair. It was quite surprising to be in the top three, even during qualifying, because I've seen Airways pace, and I know he's quick. So yeah, it was a tough race. I'm sweating. So, yeah.
Well, you had a great drive, great job in quali, to be honest. And you know, an earlier pit stop in the main race, I wondered whether you'd fall off at the end but you look good.
I kept the hards on up until lap 20, I think it was, because of those two safety cars. I managed to keep it. I saw the two Alphas go into the pits, and my mission was to try and stay a pit gap ahead of them, but they're just too fast. I saw Bobo coming straight behind me. It was insane.
I apologise, mate. I apologise. I got your pitch strategy wrong. I was looking at the wrong one.
That's all right.
Easter weekend, a lot of alcohol, mate.
That's fine. It's acceptable.
No, but how'd you find it though? You know, having a battle for the win.
It was. I'm a bit annoyed about my 5-second penalty, because I think if I didn't have that, I don't think Bobo would have let it go as easy as that, and it would have been a lot more of a fight to the end.
Yeah.
But I was chasing him. As soon as I saw that time go down, he was in my sights.
But that's it, yourself and someone else, I can't remember who it was, who both pitted late on the hards, both picked up 5 seconds in the pit lane.
Yeah, I went a bit too fast into the pit.
Yeah, I wonder, you know, obviously the tyre wear at that point, obviously you've pressed the brake and the tyres have just slid. And
yeah, pretty much. And I think I was 2 miles an hour over the speed limit.
Oh,
so
well, you weren't the only one. You weren't the only one. Someone did it straight after you as well.
I was really hoping Bobo would get a 3-second penalty at some point, but it didn't happen. I think he was the only driver that didn't get one.
No, Full Send Dave taking P3. Didn't get a penalty.
Hold up a minute here, mate. Hold up a minute.
I didn't see.
And to be fair, Marshall didn't have a penalty, and then DNF on the last lap, or 2 laps to go.
I can't remember who it was, but I would like to apologise to one of the Alpha Tauris. I lost it coming out of the corner, and I think I pushed him wide. And yeah, I hope I didn't damage him.
We'll see. I'm sure that'll, if anything, you know, if it's reportable or whatever, it'll go to the stewards. The stewards will look at it and deal with it, mate. Or,
of course,
you know, feel free yourself to pick it up in DMs if you figure out who it is. Just drop them a message, apologising, whatever. A lot of good lads here, so you know, there's a lot of lads who'll let it go once they receive an apology.
Not me.
Yeah. I can't remember who it was.
If it involves me getting P2, I hope they report it.
No, but great drives, both of you. I've got to say, Bobo, your debut here, mate. How you feeling?
Yeah, I'm really happy, man. I didn't expect it, to be honest. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know if I had the pace, to be honest. But after the first quali, I was on the medium and I had like a third position, so I felt pretty strong, pretty confident after that. And in the race, we had like two safety cars in the beginning. So
Yeah.
after the second one, I pitted. Same with my teammate. I didn't know what happened with my teammate though. Like he was the whole time like behind me, but after a few laps or something, something happened because I saw him like in front of me again, but in I think in one of the last places. So that was really unfortunate. Would be nice to have like the first two positions for the Alfa Romeo, but
Yeah,
I was
he
like
got
saving
caught
the tires.
behind you. He got caught behind you
Yeah,
in the pit stop, which held him up a bit, but
yeah,
not too
indeed,
much.
indeed.
But then I think he had an incident with someone else on track.
That was really unlucky. After the second safety car, I was pitting, and after that, I was like saving my tires after I overtook everybody. But then I was a little bit surprised though, like there was someone challenging me. I didn't even know there was someone anymore with some younger tires as well.
Yeah,
But yeah, he was really unlucky with the entry penalty. I think he had the penalty.
yeah,
I had that
it
before
was.
as well, so many times, and it was really so
It's,
frustrating
it's
because you know
usually
you
my
can do
downfall.
more. Yeah, that's so unfortunate. So I feel sorry for you about that. But
Thank you.
yeah, really happy with the win, man, and appreciate it to be welcomed here, and that you guys like commentating and streaming here. It's so much
Yeah,
more
absolutely.
enjoyable, so much more enjoyable for the races as well.
It's great to have another really quick driver in here. It's amazing, yeah.
Oh, thank you, Bobo. Appreciate your comments, mate. You as well, Dave. Obviously,
No, all good.
we strive on making free competitive tiers here. We want the fastest of the fastest. We want the best of the best. We want the nice, clean racing, close racing, and looking at the quality times through tier three today, it was unbelievably close.
What was
And
it
it
in the
was
end in
like six
Q3, Clay?
tenths, I
What was
think,
it in
six
Q3?
tenths.
6 tenths.
It's,
Yeah, it was
yeah,
really
I think it was
nice.
6.5 tenths covered the top
Wow.
10.
Yeah.
I was spinning though on the last lap. I tried to be faster, but I was spinning on the last lap.
What was your quality time, Bo? 10 what?
10-4, 10-4.
Yeah, 6 tenths off me, roughly. Yeah. I knew it was quick.
Well, I'll tell you what, while you're here quickly, if I can move my fingers quick enough.
I think I was really strong at sector 2.
Tier,
Yeah,
tier
you were
1,
quicker in
tier
sector
1
two.
Q3 time was a 10.2,
10-2, yeah, it was pretty quick.
and tier 2 Q3 time was a 10.7.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, well up there, lads.
Bloody hell. That's
Good
better than my
quality.
fault.
I could have gone quicker.
No, they're mixed conditions in tier 2 to be fair, so.
Honestly, I reckon I could have gone quicker.
Nice.
I got a wobble coming out of the chicane, and it lost me a lot of time.
I like the competitiveness, bring it. That's it,
I
we
will-
love to see it.
I will
I
say
was purple in the
commiserations to
first sector.
Teabag, though, on that quali, mate. He got that five-place grid for... I think Ninja was in the back of him, and he got put on for blocking because he was slow in because he was saving his softs. That game ruined him there. That was horrendous.
Yeah. Said
That's
that straight
horrendous.
away. I think there were two cars behind him, and they were following very close. And as soon as I saw
Yeah.
the penalty pop up, I thought, yeah, that's a bit untoward, to be honest.
Yeah, just a bit. I think the same happened with Barker a couple of races ago, didn't it? So,
Yeah, it did. Say, I think Bark had it 3 times.
yeah. It's crazy. I just note now on the old announcements to do not follow cars on in-laps.
Just if I see someone coming up behind me, I get well out the way, mate. You take that position. Let me follow you instead.
Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy stuff.
But no, I've got to say, well done on the podium, lads. Bobo, absolutely brilliant debut, mate. Great race. You looked in control from the start. Took the win.
Enjoyed it.
Well done, boys.
Glad to hear that,
Cheers,
mate.
mate.
Hope to see you guys back.
See you
Thanks for
later.
having me.
See you later.
Yeah, thank you all, lads. Thanks everyone who's tuned in. Thanks everyone who's commented. Join us here next week, Friday night, 8:30 for Tier 1 and 2. Sunday night, 8 o'clock for Tier 3. I'll see you then.